Christmas. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Peace and joy fills the air. We're reunited with family and friends, and the Christmas spirit surrounds us and penetrates us and binds the holidays together. For me, the holidays are also a time for reflection and fond memories of the last year. In fact, I think I can feel a song coming on. Dashing through the snow.
For 1 decade only, hear Blink sing all the hits in one limited edition collection of cassette tapes.
Laughing all the way, chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Experience the true spirit of Christmas.
I don't know the words to this next part. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. How you doing, Seattle? But you know, there's just something extra magical about video games at Christmas time. In fact, to me, there's hardly any better way to celebrate the holidays than by playing a game that really captures the essence of what the Christmas spirit is all about.
You know, when I take a look back at the video games I played during my childhood, there's a few developers that stand out above the rest. And one of those developers is 3DO. Yup, that 3DO.
Now, some kids grew up with Mario, some kids grew up with Sonic the Hedgehog, and still others grew up with Crash Bandicoot. But for me, my childhood was dominated by Army Men.
It was like a Christmas dream come true. Toy Story with war, a little boy's fantasies fulfilled. The Army Men series was about, well, army men. You know, those little plastic green and tan soldiers you'd find at a dollar store. When I was a kid, I would play with army men for hours on end, setting up these huge armies and imagining these grand battles they were fighting in the name of truth and justice. So when I discovered that there was a video game where you could actually make those imaginary battles come to life, it was the best thing ever.
It was a big deal.
The classic Army Men titles were top-down real-time strategy games where you took control of groups of soldiers and went on missions to defeat the Tan Menace and bring freedom to the plastic world. They were brilliantly designed, easy to understand, fun to play, and they just got better with every sequel. Army Men 2, Toys in Space, World at War, they were all great. Man, I loved these games as a kid.
The nostalgia is real, my friends. The nostalgia is very real.
As 3D gaming began to catch on, the Army Men series jumped on the bandwagon with spin-off titles like Army Men Air Attack, Army Men 3D, and, most importantly, Army Men Sarge's Heroes. Sarge's Heroes was an awesome third-person shooter where you played as Sarge, the protagonist of the main series of Army Men games, on a mission to rescue your band of fellow heroes and put an end to the evil plots of the ruthless Plastro. This game was great. Now, there is a big chance this is childhood nostalgia talking, but the level design was decent, the gunplay was fun, the music was nice, and the graphics weren't bad either. All in all, I'd say I loved almost everything about this game. Almost.
Oh, that was great, Dad!
Yeah, meet Vicky, Sarge's wannabe girlfriend and royal pain in the plastic. She was pretty much the only thing I didn't like about Sarge's Heroes. She's annoying, she's pointless, and her voice just grates on my ears.
That's so much better. So much better.
There was also a sequel to Sarge's Heroes released a few years later that expanded on the story, but unfortunately I never got the chance to play it. And then it all went downhill. After 12 years of developing games, 3DO finally shut down, distributing all of its IPs to other companies, including Army Men. When 3DO folded, they were actually working on the third game in the Sarge's Heroes series, but when things shut down, the project was handed off to Global Star Software, a company mostly known for their line of budget-friendly game collections.
Sounds promising. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! I need a moment to compose myself. me with your best shot, game.
Really?
Really?
I'm sorry, I just can't get over this. This is just the most beautiful opening to any game I've ever seen in my life.
This is the Christmas spirit all up in this. Just in time for the holidays. Okay. Just one more time, and then I'm through. I'm done. I promise. That hits the spot.
The game begins with a battle between the green and tan armies. Then, through the magic of editing, I guess, we find out that Plastro, the evil dictator leader of the Tans, has surrendered, and there's going to be a big ceremony where the Greens and Tans sign a peace treaty, bringing an end to their long war. Everybody seems to be pretty happy about the peace treaty, except for... I'm sorry, one sec. Lord Malice.
I'm sorry, I just can't get that name out without laughing. Okay, let me try. Lord Malice.
Look, buddy, I know you want to be intimidating and evil and all that, but Lord Malice? Why not really bad guy, or evil villain man, or general kill everybody? Those would at least be subtle. Anyway, Lord Malice has an evil plot to put a stop to the peace treaty and destroy the Green Nation once and for all. And, of course,
world domination.
this guy might feel a lot more threatening if he wasn't constantly gesturing like in the Ralph Bakshi version of Lord of the Rings.
I'm sick of milking this giant invisible cow.
Not to mention the no sign he has on his shoulder pad. I mean, who is this guy? McGruff the crime dog?
I am Lord Malice, and I say no to drugs.
But it looks like Lord Malice isn't just all bark, because he has a sinister plan to blow up all the people at the peace treaty ceremony. All 20 of them! He reveals his plan to Sarge with a blueprint and... Wait, hold on. That is the blueprint for the evil plan? 1, 2, boom. It's like a 6-year-old's diabolical plan. What, did Calvin and Hobbes design these blueprints? Wait, actually, heck, I think Calvin would be a way more sinister villain than Lord Malice is.
Sign me up for that game!
Sarge rushes to the ceremony, but he arrives too late and everybody gets exploded.
I made my way toward Ground Zero. My fear was then realized.
No, it cannot be. Hoover? Riff? My old friend? Dead?
Dead. All dead. Please, Lord, not.
Sarge?
Please, no! Anything but that. Anything but that. Please, Sergeant. Pray she didn't make it. Pray she didn't make it.
Vicky, hang on. It's gonna be okay.
Oh, man!
I love you, Sarge.
Like I said earlier, Sarge's Heroes was a fun game with solid mechanics. So you'd think that they would just go in and build on those solid mechanics to make Sarge's War a great game, right? Nope!
Okay, maybe I'm being a bit too hard on the game here. The controls are pretty solid, and the game at least looks okay. They even added a lock-on targeting system like in Zelda to make the gunplay more fast-paced, which I think is a great addition to the game. But for everything Sarge's War gets right, it gets something else wrong. For one thing, the story is just awful. Now, I'm not gonna say the stories in the old Army Men games were much better, but they at least maintained a solid balance of charm and humor. They didn't take themselves too seriously, and there was always a chance to laugh at how absurd it all was. But the story of Sarge's War feels like a fanfiction written by a 13-year-old who's trying to be intense. There's barely any humor or charm to it. Even the one-liners feel forced.
If you play with toasters, boys, you're gonna get burned.
What even?
If you play with toasters, boys, you're gonna get burned.
A true American hero.
Then there's the difficulty. Sarge's War isn't actually a hard game by any means, but the level designs get so bland in the second half of the game that it's easy to get lost, which leads to some really cheap deaths. When the game tries to up the combat challenge, it uses insanely cheap enemy placement to do the job. Like, look at this, right here.
There's no way to dodge that. You're getting shot before you can even move. Bad game. bad, and I'm gonna tell your father when he gets home.
And not only that, but Sarge's War is insanely repetitive. There's basically only 3 types of tasks in the entire game that you repeat over and over and over again. You're either killing certain enemies, blowing stuff up with time bombs, or actually, now that I think about it, there's just 2 things you do in the whole game. There's nothing else to do. You kill stuff, you find bombs, you hit switches, you blow stuff up. Over and over and over and over.
There ain't no substance to this game now. There ain't no soul to this game now.
The classic Army Men games had so much charm and depth. There were so many ways to play the game, so many options to explore, so much fun to be had. You could tell just by looking at the games how much passion the developers had for what they were doing. They were truly special gaming experiences. Sarge's War just feels like a blatant cash-in. A soulless, pointless, charmless sequel that's just grittier and darker for the sake of being grittier and darker. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just pointless.
Josiah, are you okay?
Oh, hey, Garrett. No, I'm not okay. Sarge's War ruined the franchise. That means Christmas is ruined.
That's kind of extreme.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, actually, I mean, come on. There's gotta be something good about it.
Huh, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, it's not the worst game ever.
For all its problems, Sarge's War is actually surprisingly fun to play. It's frustrating, repetitive, and sometimes downright unfair, but the core mechanics are solid enough that on the whole, I actually enjoyed myself when I was playing. Most of the time. And there's a bit of charm hidden away in the game and a cheat code that makes puppy faces appear everywhere you walk and shoot your gun. I sort of wonder if this was something that was added into the game before 3DO folded, because it's one of the few things that feels like it could have been in one of the older Army Men games.
Huh. I guess it's not as bad as I thought it was. I mean, it's actually fun to play, and I guess that's the most important thing, right, Garrett?
Yeah, whatever.
Garrett, you look different than normal. Like, your face is looking kind of glowy.
Yeah, I'm actually the ghost of Christmas spirit.
Don't you mean the ghost of Christmas past?
Yeah, maybe.
So why are you here?
I don't know.
Well, okay then.
Yeah, my face is kind of exploding with light right now. It kind of hurts. I think I'm gonna die now.
What? No! No! Garrett, no, you can't die yet. You still owe me $8.
Yeah, I'm gonna die now. Christmas spirit doesn't exist anymore. See ya.
Wait, Garrett!
What?
Come stop your crying, it'll be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For once or so, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you fret. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. You'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. When destiny calls you, you must stay strong. I may not be with you, but you gotta hold on. We'll show them together, 'cause you'll be in my heart. Sing with me. You'll be in my heart. From the very dawn,
Thanks for watching The Blink Show. I really hope you guys liked this video. And if you did, if you'd leave a thumbs up down below, that'd be super awesome. And if you want to keep up with more videos in the future, be sure and hit the subscribe button. Special thanks for this episode goes to my sister Anna and my good friend Garrett Williamson for doing so much to help me make this video possible. You're both wonderful people. And if you want to watch another video, well, hey, why not try out one of these? They're videos, all right, by me, that I made. You know, because that's what they are, videos I made. Yep. And that'll be it.